This flex looked dead, and anyone would have thrown it in the trash. But today I'm going to rebuild it trace by trace with wires thinner than a human hair. If I fail in a single solder joint, this device will not work again. The first thing is to immobilize the flex, because if it moves 1/10 of a millimeter, the work is lost. We fix it onto adhesive tape to create a totally stable base. This step seems simple, but a large part of the success is decided here. Now comes one of the most important points, the ultraviolet mask. We apply a small amount right over the broken area to reinforce the structure before touching the soldering iron. Without this protection, when applying heat, the flex would tend to bend, vibrate, or even break more. We dry it with a UV flashlight until it becomes completely rigid. And here, the delicate part begins. With the tip of a scalpel, we begin to scrape both sides of the cut until each damaged trace is revealed. This moment requires total precision because excessive pressure can lift the trace and complicate the entire repair. Once all the lines are visible, we apply high-quality paste flux and begin tinning them one by one. Here, I use a thick tip, and this is key. Many would use a fine tip, but the thick one distributes heat better, avoids cold spots, and leaves a much more uniform solar. Then, we clean with isopropyl alcohol and arrive at the most critical moment of the process. Rebuilding the traces with copper wire. We start with the data lines using 0.01 millimeter wire, so fine that it is several times thinner than a human hair. There is no margin for error here. A single wrong movement can join two traces and completely ruin the work. Then, we move on to the power lines, where we use thicker wires capable of supporting higher voltage and amperage. This detail makes the difference between a professional repair and a repair that fails after only a few days. Each line needs the exact thickness according to the load it carries. After soldering the 5 copper bridges, we clean again with isopropyl alcohol and seal the entire area with UV mask. We cure the repair with UV light and repeat exactly the same method on the other side of the flex. And here you have the final result. A flex that seemed irreparable comes back to life. The best thing about this method is that it works both on ultra-fine traces and on thicker power lines, simply by adapting the thickness of the wire. That is what turns a fault that was impossible years ago into a totally viable repair today. What looked like trash ended up working again. If you want more extreme micro-soldering challenges, leave your like because the next flex is in even worse condition.